proudly receive his Bachelor of Science in Environmental Economics and Policy from the Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics. In addition to his academic pursuits, Eric began engaging with and contributing to campus initiatives from the moment he transferred into the college from Riverside City College in Southern California. He was a founding member of the Berkeley Environmental Economics and Policy Students Group, also known as BEEPS. He worked as the storefront coordinator for the Berkeley Student Food Collective and volunteered with My Power, a program in the Office of Sustainability where he created and distributed outreach materials to the campus on ways to save energy. The next step for Eric will be as a credit analyst in the National Banking Division of the Bank of the West in San Francisco. Eric is an exemplary model of the quality and breadth of our engaged students here in CNR, who, we are confident, will discover and implement the solutions for issues facing the world. It's now my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker, Eric.
Welcome to graduation. After years of sleepless nights and pep talks before exams, everyone wearing their square hat today will finally earn a degree from the #1 public university in the world, UC Berkeley. For most people, this means that they will finally start entering the real world and leave behind the Berkeley bubble. For the uninitiated, let me explain to you what the Berkeley bubble is. Basically, while attending Cal, students lose all contact with the outside world. Campus life doesn't seem like reality, and students start acting in a way that's uniquely Berkeley, possibly illegal in some states. Given its prestige, coming to Berkeley for me was a little overwhelming. If it were not for this bubble, I think making it to graduation today would have been unbearable. Just to be clear, classes here can be incredibly challenging, especially EAP 101. I think everyone here needed a place to go and feel comfortable while they're preparing for the next exam. In this bubble, everyone had a place they could go that felt right for them. For some, it was the co-ops, the Forestry Club, the Berkeley Student Food Collective, or any one of hundreds of beautifully chaotic and hardworking organizations. The unfortunate part about me giving this speech is I have to attempt to contextualize the intrinsic benefits of life at UC Berkeley. Instead of trying to describe this to everyone in attendance, let me remind my fellow graduating class of some experiences I think should stand out on this night. On this day, remember what it looks like in main stacks the Wednesday night before finals week. Remember the sounds of professors telling you the exam you thought you did only okay on was curved. Finally, remember the smell in the air walking through campus on Cal Day. Yes, Berkeley is a strange and unique place. Students here get more excited receiving a 5-hour energy drink than any 5th grader getting a fruit roll-up. Where else can someone tell you they want to come over to your place late at night to study and they show up with books to study? While people may view this bubble as a bad thing, I think this isolation has helped create the tremendous graduating classes Berkeley has become known for. I have met the most passionate and hardworking people while attending Cal, sometimes in the classroom and other times on Sprout Plaza. If it were not for this bubble, I don't think they could have worked as hard as they did to create the meaningful changes they brought to Berkeley. The idealism and work ethic Berkeley students employ are what make them such a force to be reckoned with. As a transfer student, I know what it's like to be part of a college other than Berkeley. And let me tell you, it's actually a little depressing. Students go home after class and they don't always engage with each other like Berkeley students do. At Cal, students take the extra steps to get beyond just the bare minimum. This effort takes a great university and turns into a great community. Inspired by a teacher I had in my life, I want to remind you, my fellow peers, to do good in life. Now, this isn't the English department graduation, but I'm sure some of you will want to try and correct me by saying I meant to wish you all to do well in life. That correction would be a mistake. I say do good because I do not need to wish this group to do well. I already know you will. Forming study groups with my peers and spending all night making sure a project was just right, I know that your drive and work ethic will lead you to be successful in whatever career path you may find yourself in. In the crowd before me, there are many soon-to-be successful people. Without a doubt, in the crowd before me, there are millionaires, world-renowned scientists, world travelers, and the lucky people will find a career that pays them to do something they would have done for free. At this point, you may be wondering why I'm lamenting on how great the Berkeley bubble is now that it has already passed. And while I'm sure I'm always going to refer to my time here at Cal as the good old days, I bring up this bubble because I don't think it has to pass. This is why instead of asking you to do well, I want to ask you to keep your idealism, a little bit of that bubble, and do good in life. I don't want you to leave it behind when you go home tonight. Go into the world with as many passions as you had during your time at Cal. Live life deliberately and without regrets. Pour all your efforts into a project until even your rivals will compliment your work. Go out with your friends on a Thursday night, even though you know you'll be tired and have to work that much harder on a Friday. You'll always have time to be busy, but please, please, please make time to have fun as well. Be the friend you wish you had. With social media the way it is today, there are no excuses for losing contact with fellow colleagues. Finally, don't lose track of your ideals. I'm sure somewhere in everyone's application essay, in one way or another, you spoke about wanting to change the world. Berkeley has afforded us the unique opportunity to be the leaders of our generation. The world will look to us for growth, innovation, and change in the decades to come. Our actions have the potential to ripple through the planet and significantly change the society we live in. So go do it. Believe you can, and if you try, you will. Think positively and work hard in whatever you do, and you're going to be amazed by the results. We have all been made better off with this bubble. I want everyone here to make an honest effort to recreate this bubble outside of Berkeley. Treat and act like you have while at Cal, and people will be better. The world will be better. Before I'm finished, I would like to leave you with a quote from Marvin Ashton. Be the one who nurtures and builds. Be the one who has an understanding and a forgiving heart. The one who looks for the best in people. Leave people better than when you found them. Thank you. Go Bears!
Thank you, Eric.